Back to this. Damn, Jess hilarious.
I don't even know how to play chess.
But maybe mental chess. Because I think there's a lot of confused people that believe that somehow me and you co-opted or concocted some issue or a way to like use another artist, and I'll say the artist name, NBA Youngboy, for promo. And recently, I was just bombarded with, that's a guy who me and you before on the phone, we've talked one time.
Yeah.
Man, we've talked a lot of times, somebody who I felt I knew.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Doing this album promo, which I ain't even really promo yet. What type of promo did I say his name or get from him?
That's a good point. But I feel like
By the way, being very honest, this is where I thought Durk was smart and slick. That's an objective fact. He never said Youngboy's name. Now, is he doing these little things? Again, to these inner fan bases, like say Youngboy's fan base or his fan base or me, I know that Durk is playing into it a little bit. I know that. But to the masses who's watching this, they're like, yeah, he's telling the truth.
he feels you're poking the bear.
You said he's. That's his problem.
What's y'all issue though? Like, because honestly, like, I feel like now it's so, I feel like I gotta be, like, no disrespect. I obviously can't be Mr. Louis Farrakhan in terms of trying to solve something, but if it is something that could be ever solved.
I'm just reading. Go ahead. Talk. I'm just reading.
If there's something that could ever be solved.
Okay. Let me also explain this. So we have like someone who makes these off the record pieces. They create like baseball cards for all the artists that's ever been on the show. The artists sign it. By the way, Durk signed like 3 or 4 things. And every artist that's pretty much kind of came on, they've signed like this card. Like, it's just for like memorabilia that we were going to put on a wall of everybody that's been on the show. In addition to that, they create these dope, it looks like real money, but it has like the artists on it. So for Durk, the package we got, and by the way, we get it from somebody else. I wish I knew his name off the top. I would give him a shout out. But they sent half of it's like $100 bill, and instead of the Benjamin Franklin here, it would have the artist. They would put just Photoshop the artist on it, and it looks really great. They sent half with Durk and half with Vaughn. So when you see him hold that up, by the way, he signed shit before. That's why he held it up. That's Vaughn on that. But to give you context, you get what I mean?
I got like,
and by the way, you can see them on the table here.
Now it's so, I feel like I gotta be, like, no disrespect. I obviously can't be Mr. Louis Farrakhan in terms of trying to solve something, but if it is something that could be ever solved.
So he's holding up a picture. It's a $100 bill with Vaughn on it. So you already know what he's kind of implying.
I'm just reading. Go ahead. Talk. I'm just reading.
If there's something that could ever be solved, or if there's something that you guys could ignore each other, because not everything could be solved.
And Vaughn, we trust. You said what?
What's the issue with you and Youngboy? Like, how did it start? Because there's a ton
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know. I don't know. Cause what you do?
You've met him before.
What did you do for me to be into it with you, like the world think?
Okay, I'm gonna pause that, and I want to hear what y'all response is. By the way, salute to all my people at Rumble, salute to all my people on YouTube or whatever. I need y'all to, like, again, remember, I didn't go into this interview saying, "Oh, I'm about to like play Youngboy." Like, no, that's not the case. If anything, I'm like, yo, because I'm doing this interview with Durk, I gotta play devil's advocate, which means I'm sticking up for Youngboy in a sense. But I was definitely floored on certain shit. For example, I'm asking him what the issue. He says there is no issue. He says, why would I have an issue with YoungBoy? What did he do? And I ain't gonna lie, that kind of floored me. So I want to ask y'all on Twitch, and I want to ask everybody else, what should have my response been if the dude is saying, yo, what did YoungBoy do that I should be that upset at him? What should I have said? So I said, he said YB dissed him, but Aha dropped first. No, that's a different subject. We're going to get to that. Somebody says, YB said fuck Von after he died. But 6ix9ine said that too. And he said, yeah, if he saw 6ix9ine, I don't want to spoil it, but he said if he saw 6ix9ine, he'd punch on him, but he wouldn't kill 6ix9ine. So, like, clearly he makes a distinction of, if you didn't kill or was involved with killing my guy, but I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I see some people say, what did Durk do to Duck or Tuka? Okay, good point. Good point. That's a good point. By the way, I want to give that person a shout out. That's DRIPRR on Twitch. That's a good point. All right, let's keep it going.
Diss songs back and forth. Cool.
I think he's mad. I think there's two things that he thinks.
But you keep saying he.
Well, I mean, a lot is his perspective, right? Because it's a reason why recently he at you in a tweet.
No, you're right. Go ahead, because you know.
He's at you in a tweet. He's basically now
for what?
He basically says you're either number one scared of him or number two
scared of who? Scared of who?
Quote unquote using him for promo. Well, him.
Scared of who? For what?
NBA YoungBoy.
What'd he do? You don't even know.
All right, no. All right. Let me get to the bottom.
No, listen.
The whole situation that happened with Quando.
How we live and how we go by our shit. And I'm speaking for the whole Chicago. You ain't there. Shut the fuck up. You weren't there. So you made a diss and said something about Von. That's why I don't fuck with you. You ain't did shit. You did zero. In reality. It just happened the way it happened. Like it ain't had nothing to do with age and none of that shit. It just Von put the Floyd Mayweather on the motherfucker, and that happened. That's a different situation. His situation. What did he do? Well, what did YoungBoy do for everybody want me and him think we want to kill each other?
I'm going to stop it there because I want to hear the answer from y'all. Salute to everybody on Twitch. Salute to everybody on Rumble, of course. I got to hear this answer because I didn't know what to say. I'm going to be honest with you. And it wasn't being funny. I just didn't know what to say. He said, let me repeat the question, or let me repeat his statement. He said, what did YoungBoy do that I would want to kill him? By the way, or everybody wants me to kill him or whatever the case. By the way, he also did say, remember, he said 6ix9ine, who's somebody who had nothing to do with Von being killed. He said he doesn't want to see 6ix9ine killed. I'm looking. I see y'all on Rumble. Okay. Let me go on Twitch. We go on YouTube. Hey, y'all gotta tell me. All right, let me just keep playing.
Okay. I'm giving, and by the way, I know the YoungBoy fans to be wild. I'm not representing his opinion. I'm telling you what I think his opinion is. I think that because of that incident, which was very unfortunate at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like it's changed everybody's lives irreparably.
Yeah, that shit fucked everybody up. Like when a real gangster, you know what I mean? When a real gangster get took out by like a.
Let me add a little bit of context here. This whole time I've covered him for 10 plus years, I've always had a critique of him. And I said it in the interview. I said, it felt like you never show emotion. And I'm gonna be honest with you, obviously he was never near to tears or nothing like that. But I always got a sense that he cared and that it affected him whenever he spoke about Vaughn, whenever he spoke about D thing, which by the way, I only noticed this after the interview because he wasn't wearing a hat before the interview. He specifically asked for a hat and he put it on a certain way. And I didn't even notice this until after the interview. It says D thing right here. You could tell there's certain things that matter a lot to him and almost is the lifeline of why he is living and operating the way he is. Vaughn is one of them. D thing is another. I promise y'all.
Like a nerd type.
Well, I think that's also his opinion too, right? I think his thing is that obviously more people love Vaughn, but in that situation, which was a street situation,
it's a real situation. Like,
but I think people think that anybody would have done the same thing.
Okay, I forgot. This 2000. What year this is?
2023.
It's 2023. I forgot. The internet run the world.
The point I was trying to make is a point, and it's a point that I've talked to Young Boy directly about. And I think this is fair for me to say. This is not, I keep trying to tell you, not because I'm not seeing eye to eye with him. I'm like, oh, whatever. Because trust me, if I wanted to like give up every private conversation or think, like, it would be a lot more. That's not what it is. But I've had this conversation with him. And this is what Young Boy told me. He said, yo, well, it's just so crazy that because Vaughn was so liked, everybody changed their opinion of how a nigga would move in the streets. Like, yeah, unfortunately, like he didn't say unfortunately Vaughn died, but I'm just saying that. Yeah, Vaughn died in the situation, but he's like, yo, for all these niggas who are street dudes, if their homie was Lil Tim, they would be like, oh, Lil Tim did what any real nigga would do. That's what Young Boy's told me his disposition is. Like, it's crazy how everybody thinks they're street, but they're street until, some shit didn't fall their way. They're like, yo, that's his disposition. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, well, if it was Vaughn killing someone else, they would have been like, oh yeah, he did what this guy's the GOAT. But now, because it went the other way, and he not talking about Durk, obviously. He was talking about like just people just not connected. He's basically saying, well, if you ain't got nothing to do with it, why wouldn't you at least understand that that was a street situation and whatever the end result was, that is what it is. So, anyway.
Because if you ask a motherfucker, what did you do? What did he do to Vaughn?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. So why are you taking full responsibility like you just like this on the Vaughn?
I think he's carrying it on his shoulders because he's feeling that his career
Sales.